What's up? 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 What's happening? Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. I'll give y'all a few minutes to go ahead and get up in here, man, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get rocking and rolling, man. Hope everybody feeling all right. Please hit the like as you come in to the door. And sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications too. Yeah, Ted, I know you a happy camper, man. I know Lakers Nation. Well, I would say there's a lot of people that are disappointed. I'm getting a lot of mixed feelings. You know what I'm saying? I can't even lie. Yeah, there's some people that feel one way, and then it's a lot of other people that feel completely different in this situation. But nevertheless, man, we're gonna talk about all of this. We're gonna get to the gist of everything right now, man. Gonna get like a couple people in here, and if not, man, we'll just keep on going, man. You know. But this is what everybody was waiting for. This is the decision that everybody was waiting on, and it was a hurry up and wait type of situation. Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Okay, please hit the like when you come on in here. All right. Now, as you know, unless you're living up under a rock, unless you you hiding up under your bed, unless you're not keeping up with the Joneses, Tom, Dicks, and Harrys, and all that. In case you haven't heard, Uconn coach Dan Hurley had decided not to take the Lakers job and to go ahead and stay with Uconn, turning down. Now, I want people to be clear. It's 70 million for 6 years, okay? Now, a lot of people are saying 100 million, and that, that's depending on if, he actually stays. Some people were saying 10 years for 100 million, stuff like that. Listen, the original contract is 70 million for 6 years. That's what he turned down. Okay. Before I get this video started, man, let me give a shout out to a couple of the brothers that I already have seen talking about it. First, okay, I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV. Okay, he's been on this. He's been spot on this. From the time that they even broke the report that they were offering Hurley this money. Definitely go sub to his channel, and then also Brandon Love Sports. Okay, Brandon Love Sports TV. Definitely go sub to Brandon Love Sports. He was talking about it too, and he's been paying a close eye to as well, because of course, quite naturally, he's a Lakers fan at heart. Now, listen, Dan Hurley, there's several reasons why he did not want to do this, okay? Now, if you're asking, do I like the decision that he made? Hell yes. I love the decision that he made, okay? All right, now let me tell you why I love the decision that he made. First and foremost, man, you have complete control over what you want to do over there in the program of UConn, sort of like Jim Calhoun did, before he left the program. Okay, you have complete control, sort of like a Jim Boeheim when he was in Syracuse, sort of like Mike Krzyzewski when he was over there in Duke. Why mess all that up? What? Oh, to go over there to LA, and then you're coaching, a guy in LeBron James, okay, who only has a couple of seasons left or whatever, and then next thing you know, it becomes a headache, okay? It runs you ragged, and then next thing you know, you get the lion's share of the blame, and then boom, guess what? They end up blaming everything on you. It ends up being your fault. Then next thing you know, you SOL because, UConn, they're going to feel some type of way because you done went to the NBA or whatever, and you done forgot about them, and then you don't know if they ever going to give you that, that shot again. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you have a chance to embark on a potential dynasty, college dynasty in UConn to go ahead and possibly three-peat. And then also you have a chance to not only stay with the program, but also to have pretty much a lifetime habitat there when you talk about UConn. Then also, I look at it from a standpoint of this too. The people at UConn, they absolutely love Hurley, and they love what he do. The people in LA, they night and day, okay? And I'm gonna tell you that they're night and day. Unless you're winning championships, unless you you've been there for quite some time. They don't love people that's been there a year, 2 years, none of that other stuff, and you haven't brought any success there. No. It don't work like that in LA. Okay. They want people there that are gonna bring championships there. You could even get to the final. They don't care about that. They want to know, are you going to bring that Larry O'Brien? You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like in football, they're night and day. Are you gonna bring that Lombardi? So we got to look at it from that standpoint. Yes, and you're right about that, Chet. Hurley could pass Calhoun, but here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Loyalty is a big thing, man. Okay, and we have to understand that Hurley is a no-nonsense type of guy, man. He was bred in New Jersey. Okay, he was bred straight out of New Jersey. And anybody that knows anybody, any people from Jersey, man, those guys are no nonsense out there. And he's certainly not going to have, and like I told y'all before, and I've talked about this already in the previous live, I said that Hurley is going to want to come in there and do his own thing. So it might have been a case also where he didn't feel like he had the control, he was going to have the complete control like he wanted to. And when you're coaching, and if you want to be a successful coach, you have to have a big portion of the say-so, or else you are going to clash with the front office and you're going to clash with the players, and it's not going to be a great situation at all. And I don't think that he wanted to put himself in that situation. Okay? He's already been successful. He's already on a high. He's already on a tear in terms of winning. Why are you going to mess all of that up? Absolutely not. I'm staying where I'm at. I got a chance. Hey, is it the NBA? No. But I'm still a champion regardless. I got a chance to get 3 championships. I got a chance to get 4 championships. I got a chance to possibly get 5 championships. Depending on how long he stays. And then on top of that, you could be, you're already on pace to be one of the greats. You're going to be up there with the Krzyzewski. You're going to be up there with the Calhoun. You're going to be up there with the Behan. You're going to be up there with the Patino. You're going to be up there with the Roy. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be up there with the John Thompson. Why sit up there and mess all of that up? And just continue building on your legacy. Plus, these kids, they actually, a lot of them, they might want to stay. Some of them want to leave. Some of them, I'm pretty sure he's telling them, if you feel like you got a chance to go ahead and go to the league and everything, go ahead and go. But some of them do want to stay. Now, another thing is we got to look at also, you said a 6-year contract, not a good deal. Could be with the Lakers for 2 years. Well, 6 years, 70 mil actually is good money, but I understand what you're saying on the second part. The thing about it is well, it's a risk reward type of thing, because you got to look at the fact. I would be looking at, you got an aging veteran. Now, let's say I got you. Let's say Ted and Steven, let's say I got y'all on my team, and y'all guys are only like 2-3 years in, like a situation where Brad Stevens was in when he was with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum or whatever, to a certain degree or whatever, or even Ime Udoka. Like Ime Udoka in Houston, right? I got Jalen Green, and I got nothing but young guys on my team. Yes, I can develop you, because development is gonna take. It's gonna take like 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a good time. Sometimes you luck up, you might end up becoming a contender, like what we talked about. The day before yesterday, in terms of being that first year, but it doesn't happen often like that, especially in the NBA. But the thing about it is okay, you sit there, you get an aging veteran, and you get veterans that are already set in their ways. It's not going to go good, because these guys are going to get disgruntled. They're going to get impatient and everything. You know why? Because they're worried about their legacy. They want to hurry up and get a championship before they go ahead and get out and everything. They don't want to run the plays that you want to run. They want to do the shit that they want to do, and pretty much that's where LeBron is in his stage of the career. And then to make matters worse, if they draft Bronny, they're gonna be worried about, I need to play with my son and all that other. Man, he's like, man, Hurley was like, fuck all that shit. He was like, fuck all that. No. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I'm cool where I'm at. We're gonna keep on getting championships. Like I was saying, is it LA? No, it's not LA, it's Uconn or whatever. But you're playing for one of the top schools in the nation. They still have a good recruiting history. Okay? And they're a good program, they're a championship program. And whether you like it or not, there's still a lot of kids that's coming out of high school that still want to play for that program. So that's what you have to understand about the situation. Then also you got to look at it like this too. Going from the East Coast to the West Coast, man, that's a big move. You know what I'm saying? That's a big move. And you got to look at the family dynamic too. You got to look at his wife and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She probably wasn't good with that. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we got to look at. And you said who you think is going to be the next coach. Well, see, that's the thing. Let's put it in this perspective right here, right? The Lakers, in the words of James Duke from Menace to Society, if you don't know who that is, the cop, that was in the interrogation room with Kane. You know you done fucked up, right? That's what I'm telling the Lakers. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Y'all know y'all done fucked up because you got rid of a coach in Darvin Ham that went to the Western Conference Finals, that already had championship credentials, not only with the Pistons as a player, but as an assistant. Then you sat up there, you know what I'm saying, because of, disgruntled old players, you know what I'm saying, that didn't do what you wanted to do and all this other stuff, and loss of locker room and everything. You got rid of him. And then before that, you got rid of Frank Vogel, which was really bad, with a bad decision, because he actually got you he got you a championship. So you got rid of him. You thought everything would go good with JJ. You thought everything was gonna go. You said nah, not JJ. You know why? Because a lot of the players, they're not even feeling JJ or whatever. That's what the word around the campfire is. So then you like, oh yeah, Dan Hurley, we got him. Dan Hurley said, man, I don't want this shit. He said, I don't want this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay over there. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you messing around with with a female. You know what I'm saying? You messing around with a female. You know what I'm saying? And you with your main girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You things ain't going too good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you over there, you go to the side or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You breaking things off with with your main chick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That side chick. You know what I'm saying? You getting ready to go over there, and she like, now I didn't say we were gonna hook up. It's kind of like that. And you thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now you gotta go back. You gotta go bed. You got out the house. All that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that situation. That's what's going on right now. You done got rid of Darvin Ham. You should have just ran it back like ever. Do you see everybody else in the NBA getting rid of all these coaches? Now, the Bucks did what I felt like what the Bucks did was wrong. And then, of course, with Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? That was even a stupid situation. And then, of course, with the shit with Bickerstaff, that was a stupid situation. You know what I'm saying? This all falls on disgruntled players that want to have their way or whatever. And they don't. It seems like they don't even care about no championship. You know, they don't care about no team. They don't care about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They don't care about no Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? He sure don't give a fuck about no goddamn Lakers. You know, so that's what it's come to. That's what it's come to. And now, you SOL, you shit out of luck. Because that was probably the best coaching, I would say, in my opinion, besides Sam Cassell. Now, I would say Mark Jackson, but he hasn't been interviewed. Besides that, that was probably the best coach to probably get that was up for grabs that you could have got, that was actually going to be for longevity, for long term. But you got to think long term. That's what Paul Pierce was saying. He was saying, what is the end game here? You're looking at two years. Within that 2 years, y'all ain't talking about no damn championship. They ain't championship ready. They're not championship ready. They're not going to be able to compete with some of these, forces in the West that's getting ready to come up. You got, what's it called? OKC, they're going to be a year stronger. Denver, they still got all of that stuff going on in the back of their mind. That's why you haven't heard from them. They probably in the gym somewhere in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Can't sleep on New Orleans. Zion, you know what I'm saying, might come back a little bit stronger or whatever, depending on what they do. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota, I know Ant-Man going to come back with a terror on y'all ass. Don't forget he got receipts. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, we already got who's in the, in there now. I know everybody like, oh, Dallas, they done all this other stuff, but they going to come back a year stronger. They going to come back better. The West still got a fourth. Never can go to sleep on the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the Clippers. Shout out to BJ in the building, man. So you sitting up in here, you acting like, you acting like, and they in Golden State, they're going to have something to say about a lot of this stuff. You can't go to sleep on none of these teams. You sitting up in here, oh yeah, man, we're just going to come back. Then you got Ja getting ready to come back. It's not going to be as easy as you think. Thought the grass was greener on the other side. Done found out It was brown as hell. Hell yeah, it was brown as hell, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. God don't like ugly. I know that's pretty simple. I know that's elementary right there. We should all know that. But it's real. The Most High does not like ugly. And I'm not trying to sit up here and preach or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah. No, nothing like that. No. But that is common sense. He don't like ugly. What y'all did to Darvin Ham, the stress that y'all put that man through, only to tell that man that it's time for him to go. You is out your motherfucking mind. That's why I went ahead and he over there reports saying that he over there with the Bucks now. He back somewhere where he could go ahead and get a ring where they familiar with him, where he's well respected. He under Doc. Doc cares about his assistant coaches. He cared about a Ty Lue. He cared about a Sam Cassell. He cared about a Chauncey Billups. Now he gonna care about a Darvin Ham and whoever else was under him. Shit, I'm glad he didn't take that job. I'm glad he did not take that motherfucker, because you know what? He would have been so stressed out. Hell, he probably would have been, because some of them Jersey cats, man, he probably would have wanted to get in the room with LeBron James. They like his son's assistants. They like his assistants. Yeah, but, like I said, man, you got to look at it from a standpoint of long term. This wouldn't have been a good situation. He's looking at it like, who do I have on here that I can truly develop? Okay, you can't develop LeBron. LeBron is set in his ways. Hell, you can't really even develop AD, because AD is at the point of his life now, his basketball life, where he's starting to see, okay, I want control of myself. He's in his prime. He's in his peak right now. He's at his peak powers, meaning that, okay, in terms of money, in terms of talent and everything, he's starting to see, I'm worth this, I'm worth that. There's nothing you can tell me. You know what I'm saying? He's at that. And then you got and D-Lo, you know what I'm saying? Those guys are veterans. They already set in their ways. Can you develop a Rui? Yeah, you could develop a Rui. You could develop an Austin. You could develop what's his name? Prince, and some of the other young guys that are on there. But I'm looking at those three guys, because when you look at Austin and some of those other guys or whatever, they're young and they got so much potential. He needs a younger squad with guys that he can develop. And I'm thinking about Gary too. Yeah, you need guys on there that you could develop. Yeah, you got that 17th pick. What if the Lakers decide not to get Bronny? And that's what you got to think too. So, listen. Right now, I think what everybody is pushing for, they're pushing for LeBron to just go ahead and start off fresh. It's gonna be hard. Y'all are gonna, Lakers might. You said the Lakers might get Zach 80. No, not that. Oh man, nah, not that low. Zach 80 gonna go higher than that, man. He gonna go higher than that. 17. Unless they do something where they trade, they do a thing where they trade or whatever. But I don't see that happening. But I'm gonna pay attention to that, because the draft is right around the corner. We're gonna see what happens. but that's highly unlikely. If y'all get Zach Edey, oh yeah, that's a possible championship. That's a possible championship right there. I'm saying in the future, not right away, because you still got to develop him. He's already Zach Edey, despite what some people say and what some people might disagree or whatever. I don't want to hear none of that shit. He's ready for the NBA. He's already NBA ready. I'll take Zach Edey in a heartbeat. Rim protector, rebounding. He can run the floor for his size. He'll get better with his shot or whatever. Yes, I'm taking Edey all day. He might not look all, all the stuff that he looking all pretty and stuff like that. Man, I don't want nobody looking all pretty and shit like that. Are you gonna be good? When it matters. That's because all that pretty stuff that goes out of the window. You see what's happening. With Kyrie to a certain extent, all that pretty stuff, that stuff go out of the window. Yeah, you don't need no flashy bag. Kareem ain't had no flashy bag. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed in there, you know what I'm saying? Like all this, oh yeah, I gotta have a bag and stuff like that. But then when you hurt, shit, you're gonna have you a bag of peanuts or a bag of popcorn sitting on the sideline. But I think it was a great decision by Dan Hurley. He fought. See, that's the thing, man. He fought. He took a lot of hits, man. He had a lot of trials and tribulations before he even got to that Uconn and got to the top or whatever. He was always overlooked, you know what I'm saying, and also outshined by his brothers and of course by his father or whatever. But then he finally got the recognition. He finally got the just due, and he was able to put his imprint on Uconn. Thank y'all so much for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. So he made the right decision. Why go over there to someone where you're going to stress out, you having to go by what he says, do what he does or whatever, and then run the risk of possibly getting fired. And you are going to clash. You are going to clash. You are going to clash with your players. And that's how you develop a great relationship, coaching player relationship, is if y'all clash. It doesn't have to be where y'all cursing each other out or whatever. If it comes to that, it just comes to that. But y'all have to disagree in order to move forward. There might be some things that the player sees in which the coach can't see, and vice versa. And then on top of that, we got to take into account that this is still a players' league, whether we like it or not. And he's an old school type of mentality. He's an old school type of coach. That's what I like about him too. He's hard-nosed. He coaches hard. He's amped up. And that's what you want. That's what you want. And I don't think that the Lakers, see, they want to sit up here and they want to talk about JJ Redick. JJ Rhetoric reminds people of Pat Riley. No. It's this coach right here that reminds you of Pat Riley. When we talk about Dan Hurley. Pat Riley was fiery. Pat Riley was no nonsense. Pat Riley, man, was hard-nosed. Pat Riley was getting in your face of the best player. It didn't matter who it was. You could be Kareem, you could be Magic, you know what I'm saying? You could be Worthy. It don't matter. Whoever. Dan Hurley gonna do that. I'm pretty sure he'll be like, man, LeBron, and tell it like it is. Then LeBron gonna do his thing, and he gonna be like, man, I don't know if I can handle it, because he at the stage of his career where he don't want to pipe down and get focused. There's very few veterans that want to pipe down and be able to buy in to a coach that late in their career. They don't have no time for that. And he was, LeBron was sitting up there talking about, oh yeah, well, I like his coach. You say he's a grumpy old man. Yeah, he's a grumpy old man. You need to go somewhere. Now, if you was old, if you old, you need to be doing what Kareem did, man. Cap just shut up and played ball and stayed out of people's way. But nah, you still want the spotlight. You still want to shine, stuff like that, man. You want the lead, to promote you and do this and do that or whatever. It's so sad that we even talking about this. This is even a headline. This is a dominant headline. Who's going to be, the Lakers coach and all this other stuff, and it don't have nothing to do with the Lakers. It has to do with, let's just call it what it is. It has to do with who's going to be the best fit in order to put up with LeBron. But they don't want to put it in there for that. They don't want to put it like that. But that's what it truly is. That's what it truly is. And a lot of these guys don't want to be coached no more. Listen, I'll tell you like this, right? What's up with it, Scrubs? Yeah, I see you in here, man. I'll put you like this, right? Oh yeah, and oh yeah, this is another one. Here go another guy, man. That was capping, talking about, oh yeah, Frank Vogel should have been fired. when you got a guy in KD talking about, oh yeah, man, I think I might want to trade. So if KD end up leaving and stuff like that or whatever, now you done got rid of your coach, who's a championship pedigree coach and everything, but because you got disgruntled guys and got guys that didn't even want to perform in the playoffs or whatever, it's his fault. Slap yourself. Slap yourself. Slap yourself. And that's what it's come to. People are impatient. It takes a couple of years to develop. Y'all want microwave stuff. You ain't got no goddamn microwave game. KD, you ain't got no goddamn microwave game, nigga. You been hurt a lot of them times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. You stand on that bullshit. Cause that argument was trash, bro. In the words of Bubba Dub, trash. There's not a goddamn thing that you could tell me why Vogel should have been fired when your players are negative 50 something on the floor. Bill can't stay healthy. There's not a goddamn reason why you can't tell me besides maybe him losing the locker room why Darvin Ham got fired. Yeah, they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dog, he got a championship. Do Bill got a championship? Yes or no? I'll wait. I'll answer it for you. Hell no. Do Booker got a championship? We already know that. No, he don't. So what the hell can you tell this man that already done got a championship? Yeah, it might have been a bubble ring, but hey, he still was able to show that he was able to coach and everything. Let's just be honest. A lot of people didn't even really Scrub Zero. Let's just call it what it is. But see, that's what y'all like to do. Oh man, it's Tibbs' fault. It's Tibbs' fault. Shit, the garden is on fire. You just started coming out again. Just started talking about the Knicks again. Now y'all talk about the Knicks, but oh, when they down, oh yeah, we got to get rid of this person. We got to get rid of that person. Man, quit crying. You think I want to get rid of Nick Nurse? No, because it wasn't his goddamn fault. Everybody want to blame the goddamn coaches, but you got to go out there and do the E word. You got to execute. Since when? Since when? How are you not going to say that? That's cap. He was able to manage a LeBron James. He was able to manage a goddamn Dwight Howard, who's one of the biggest babies that you could ever fucking coach. He was able to manage Rondo, who got a temper out of this world. He was able to manage AD, another crybaby who's fucking injury prone. Coupled with a whole bunch of role players who didn't have no experience in the finals. There's nothing you could tell me and nothing that you could do to break down that argument. And on top of that, it was in 1 year. 1 goddamn year. Did they not make the playoffs? I could see if they had a losing record, but that's what it's come to. On top of that, now you firing coaches that are second in the East, sort of like Adrian Griffin. That don't make no goddamn sense. That's like if you go coach a team. You ain't had no chance. You ain't had no time with these guys. You haven't, y'all haven't been through the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations. 1 year. 1 year. You know how long it took Phil Jackson to get Kobe and Shaq and all of that team together and everything? It took them a couple of seasons, man. I think like 3-4 seasons. But that's what I'm saying. We live in a microwave mentality. Oh, you got to win now. Or you got to win a championship in the first year. Tom Thibodeau didn't do it. Chris Finch ain't do it. Willie Green didn't do it. Come on, man. Did you forget that J. Kidd was on that staff? Okay, and Darvin Ham was on the Milwaukee Bucks staff. What's your point? And he made it to the Western Conference Finals. Should he have been fired? And matter of fact, since you want to go there, and I'm glad you're doing this or whatever, because you're not going to win. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because all of this stuff that you're saying is not even making any type of sense. That's some personal shit. Okay, that's a year. That's a year, man. A year, and he made the playoffs. Okay, that makes, and then he don't even what's it called? KD is not. You can't bank on the fact of whether he want to be on the team or not. So since we want to go there, right? Since we want to go there, you say I'm not ready to jump off all the coaches after 1 or 2 seasons, but you haven't given me a good reason. Why wasn't he a good fit? Why wasn't he a good fit? Because they lost in the playoffs? Last time I checked, they had new people. They had new people on that roster. Last time I checked, these guys have never played together. They've never played together. Sound familiar? Except with the exception of KD and Harden. KD, Harden, and Kyrie, they had never played together, but they want to bash Nash. But everybody up in here, they swore up and down Nash was a good coach. So who you think was better, Scrubsy? You think that Nash was a better coach, or do you think that Frank Vogel was a better coach? Because KD had problems with him too. He had problems with everywhere he go. He got to hold accountability. And then Nelson, you talk about he's a C+ coach. I can't give you that, sir. He got a championship on his resume. He got one of them. So that must mean that Doc Rivers is a C+ coach. That must mean that Larry Brown is a C+ coach. That must mean I'm naming the guys that only got one championship to their name. That must mean Mike Malone is a C+ coach. Get up out of here with that, man. He ain't no C+ coach. He was able to take a team and manage that team and do what was necessary. He took all of that blame for it. If you're constantly hurt half the time and your team is hurt all the time, that's not the coach's fault. Yeah, he's got to be able to make adjustments and stuff like that. But your main player, man, always sitting what street clothes, what they used to call him, always hurt. Can't depend on him. Nick Nurse, what was he having to do? He having to adjust on the fly because you got a motherfucking Embiid always hurt. Do you know how, like, that's being, like, not dependable. You said J Kidd was running the Lakers on the bench. That's cap, sir. That's cap. He wasn't running everything. But he had, if we're going to go there, then we'll go to Tom Thibodeau had a just as big an impact when he was in Boston on the staff with Doc Rivers. You said Doc has never been good with adjustments in the postseason. We've seen him fall short how many years, but he still has a championship. And on top of that, a lot of that, yes, I agree with you in a lot of instances in the closeout games and stuff. But a lot of that, you also have to look. You have to go beyond the surface. Don't go with the regurgitated media bullshit that you being repetitive with. Okay, you also got to look beneath the surface, and you got to put things in its proper context too. When you have guys in there that are hurt, when you have guys in there that are missing games, and then also when we take it back, I know we're gonna go. You probably don't watch the Clip movie and all that other stuff or whatever. You also got to realize that he was running both helmets too. I have been critical of Doc, but I've also said that Doc is a good coach, though. But I said that he should not be coaching right now. I stood by that. I felt like he should be doing something in the front office. But we're not going to sit up here and say that Doc isn't a great coach. He's got a championship on his resume. I mean, you gotta. But I want to get back to Vogel. Don't move the goalposts, okay? Vogel did not do anything wrong. When he was in Phoenix, you got to realize what was taking place in Phoenix. He was coaching an entirely different team as opposed to what they had when they went to the finals. I thought Nick Nurse did a good job for y'all, Polo. Tobias Harris was just a guy, and Embiid was banged up, and the Sixers still got as far. Tobias Harris needed to go, okay? And Nick Nurse did a solid job. I think the only thing that I questioned Nick Nurse was about was him, the way that he was using Tobias Harris or whatever. There was a lot of times when he should have. Honestly, I wanted to bench Tobias Harris. I wanted him to come off the bench. That's why I want to go ahead and get rid of him now. And it's because of his age. And he shows up at the wrong time. There will be some times when he would show up, and there will be some times that he didn't show up. As far as Embiid, you get to a point where you can't tell anybody anything, because now he want to go play in the damn Olympics, knowing damn well you just had meniscus surgery, okay, knowing damn well you get banged up every time, then you're going to come back and you're going to play some more. No, you should be resting. And then on top of that, he needs to go ahead and defer to Maxey, because Maxey is the guy. You didn't mention that. Maxey is the guy. Whether you want to believe it or not, Maxey is the guy. If you look at the game, look at where the game is going, okay? Look at the pace that Maxey plays. That is the future of the NBA. Not this trotted up bullshit y'all used to. I'm going to get up the floor, wait for me, all this other stuff. No, you got to push the pace. Let's get up there. He knows how to get to the bucket. He's explosive. He's fast. He gets his teammates involved. And more importantly, Scrub Zero to put the icing on the cake, to close the casket, to end this whole goddamn argument. He is dependable, durable, and available. Embiid isn't. You could depend on that man in the postseason. You could depend on him not being hurt. Yeah, he got hurt, but guess what? He's right back to it. With Embiid, you gotta wait for him, surgery, all this other stuff. Then something else gonna get hurt, whether it's the orbital bone, whether it's his wrist, whether it's his knee, whether it's my neck, my back, my all that. I don't want to hear none of that, man. Shit, sit your ass down. Like I said earlier, like I was telling Chad earlier, man, smoke your little weed, relax your bones, and come back. You shouldn't be playing in no Olympics. You shouldn't be playing in no summer league. You shouldn't be doing any type of strenuous work, none of that other stuff. Don't go to Africa trying to do no hardcore work on no coming to America bullshit or whatever. Sit your ass down. Yeah, Scrub know I'm right. He just up in here trying to cap. Now look, am I the biggest Vogel fan in the world? No. Matter of fact, I think his offense is not the greatest in the world. But defense and rebounds win championship. And I like Tibbs. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, right? As much as they criticize Tibbs, now that you in here talking about you a New York fan, Scrub, everybody knows Scrub is a New York Knicks fan and a diehard New York Giants fan, which they had a great draft, by the way. I know he's gonna disagree with me and all that. Yeah, I gave y'all a B plus in the draft, but I'm gonna tell you like this: Tom Thibodeau don't got nothing on Pat Riley. And the reason why I say that is because Pat Riley's practices were brutal. Pat Riley worked out hard. Pat Riley kept his players in condition. And a lot of people used to say that Pat Riley ran his players to the ground. And if you think I'm lying, go back and go look it up. He got criticized for how he used to practice, because he used to practice like college teams and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing that Tibbs do. That's why, like, I don't really criticize Tibbs or whatever. I like his coaching style or whatever. Now, can he? Does he get a lot of the blame about all of the injuries that might have taken place? Yeah, somewhat or whatever. But you're winning, and he's brought energy and life back into that garden. And you don't see the players sitting up there complaining about it, saying we need to get rid of him and all that. Oh yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about football, but hey y'all, I gotta roll out. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Scrub Zero. Tell them, man, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you are notified. It's straight to the point. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. Tell them, man, I'll get at y'all later.